I'm Morgan from Pack Hacker, and in this video we're taking a look at the Bellroy Tokyo Messenger Bag 16, which I've been testing for 2 weeks. If you find this video helpful, hit subscribe so that we can continue making content that helps you travel smarter. Let's jump in. So the external materials are made from Bita nylon, which are a bunch of different recycled materials. It has a nice crinkle texture, as you can kind of see there. It gives it a nice aesthetic, similar to the way a leather wallet might age. I think it looks really, really nice. The materials are also water resistant as well, which is really cool. The zippers are YKK, and there is no like seal or protection over the zipper tread, so that's just something to keep in mind. But like I mentioned, the external materials are still water resistant, and so especially with the design, it should stand up to like a light rain, but definitely not like submergible or anything like that. As you can see, it has like a very nice all black aesthetic. It looks very professional. It's got leather accents as well. The hardware is metal and it feels very nice, high quality. The only attachment points are on the back, which is where the shoulder straps connect. But theoretically, you could attach a carabiner or a clip to these as well, or you could also clip extra gear onto the handles or the luggage pass-through. Just something to keep in mind though, if it's on the back, this will be like sitting up against your body, so that might not be the most comfortable. The grab handles on top are made with like a nice folded over nylon material. It's a little bit thicker than like traditional folded nylon, but it is also not padded, and it's got like a solid form, but it's still like malleable. They're decently comfortable, especially moving from like this and just kind of maneuvering the bag around and like getting it in and out of like a car or trunk, etc. The shoulder straps connect to the back with the metal hardware, like I mentioned, and have a nice padded sleeve that moves pretty nicely. It's made from like a similar material as the bag itself. It's got like a nice leather Bellroy accent on it. It's nicely padded, so it's pretty comfortable. I've had no issues. The strap is detachable, so you can take it off completely and stow it, or save it for later as well. And then the luggage pass-through is just like a simple strap that sits flush up against the back and is very nice to have, especially putting this on top of roller luggage, as it just kind of sits on top, nice and secure. So this is what it looks like in crossbody. It fits really nicely. I really like the attachment points being on the back instead of the sides. I found that it sits up against the body very comfortably, either in crossbody or over the shoulder. It just feels very natural and very comfortable. I found myself using or wearing it like this pretty often, just because of how easy it is to take on and take off. And then I also really liked the grab handles as well. It was nice to have to maneuver the bag from like crossbody to over the shoulder, vice versa, picking it up. It is very easy and effortless to transition between any of the carrying styles, which I found very convenient. The only secondary compartment is a pocket right here on the front. It takes up the full width of the front section right here. It's pretty nice. There is a divider kind of right here in the middle as well. You can kind of see where it separates. And this just gives it like a nice little extra organization inside. And then attached to the middle divider is a key clip with a nice length as well. Found that it was really easy to use with the keys attached to like lock or unlock a door. No problem there. And then The interior has this nice, really light gray color, and I think that it gives it a nice amount of visibility for all of the stuff inside. Inside, I just have some chapstick and a portable power bank. And then on the other side, I have a wallet. That is really it for organization. They kind of just function as like nice pockets. So I would say that smaller items like putting in like AirPods or stuff like that do tend to sink all the way to the bottom and get a little bit lost, but it's still nice to have something for quick access. And then on this side, there are 2 pen loops, as you can kind of see like right there. But this one functions the same way. It's just like a nice spacious pocket for you to kind of store all of the items that you might want quick access to, or you don't want to be in the main compartment. The main compartment is secured with this fold top, so it kind of helps ensure that any rain that gets on it just kind of brushes off the side. And it is secured with a nice magnetic FIDLOCK closure with this leather pull tab, which is always super easy to use. Just pulling it down a little bit, and then as you can see, it locks right in here, and it's really easy. It's magnetic, so just kind of lining it up and it snaps quite nicely. And it's very easy to use one-handed as well. And the opening also has a little bit of a structured core with magnets so that it snaps tight or snaps closed to ensure like a nice seal. On the inside, there is a padded laptop sleeve right here, and it has a zippered closure so that you can really ensure that everything stays inside. I never really used it that much, but it's still nice to have just to make sure that anything inside stays inside. So inside I just have a 16-inch MacBook Pro. And then, let's see, I have a tech pouch. And then opposite is another floating zippered pouch that has a nice amount of space to it. Just have a little fan and a pair of AirPods. And then on both sides is what they call a pop pocket. And so this can fit a nice sized water bottle, as you can see on this side. And it sits up against the wall when not in use, which is really nice. That way it doesn't take up any like additional space. It has a nice black accent to kind of help with visibility. And then in the other one, you could also store like an umbrella in here. I just have some cables and another portable power bank. The rest of the compartment kind of just acts as like a nice area to put the rest of your tech. I had a tech pouch in here. I would often use this for like a sweater once it's like starting to get a little colder outside. And then finally, all the way down at the bottom, this little tag is a air tag slip pocket, which is really cool. It blends in and kind of stays out of the way, so you don't know it's there unless you know to look for it. And so that's like a nice way to add tracking to the bag, just in case you're concerned that like somebody might run off with it, or you want to find it because accidentally left it in the back of your car, like I've done a couple times. The only downside I'll note is that if you have a taller water bottle, sometimes, like for example, this water bottle right here, it takes up, like it sits, is fairly tall, and so occasionally, depending on how much other gear I have in here, it can be a little bit difficult to actually close because it's kind of preventing the top from closing all the way down. So without it, it closes a lot nicer. So shorter water bottles are probably a little bit better for this. So there you have it, the Bellroy Tokyo Messenger Bag 16. Thanks for keeping it here at Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel. We'll see you in the next video.